Welcome back, entrepreneurs, to Radio Entrepreneurs, and we continue to stream stories of entrepreneurship, leadership, and success in this very turbulent and ever-changing economy. My co-host for this segment is the one and the only Marc Z from Marc Z Legal Staffing. Welcome back, Marc.
Thanks, Jeff. Great to be here, and great to be with our special guest.
Right. Well, this guest, is special because you have a relationship with this person, Jennifer Taddeo, owner of Estatewise Advisory. Welcome.
Thanks so much for having me, Jeff. Hi, Marc. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Jen.
Jen, I guess this is a new business. Tell us about it.
This is after over 20 years in estate planning, working with a number of firms, mid-sized, I decided it was time to go on my own. I started Estatewise Advisory on June 1st, and I am working with clients directly on their estate planning, on trust administration, and on probate.
Wow. And well, I guess the legal field is easy. Your clients, I assume a lot of clients that you historically had with you came with you to your new firm?
Yes. I am incredibly lucky. I have clients with whom I've been working for most of those 20 years. And I'm really proud to say so many of them have come with me. And it's great. I have been meeting all week with actually new clients. Estate planning is one of those things that people need it all the time. And more people are realizing the importance of having a plan that is really designed to address their concerns, their family's concerns, and something that's close to your heart, entrepreneurs. They're realizing they've put so much time and effort into building something that they need to make sure their estate plan reflects that.
Jen, and Jeff, well, Jeff knows this, Jen. I lost a really, really, really close friend a couple of weeks ago, and she, unfortunately, she had cancer, and the sad part about it is, she did plan, but there were certain things that she didn't plan for, and she had, a family, still, young child, and just things to button up. And Jeff and I have constantly talked about the dynamics with this COVID period, where people are taking a step back. People died early, pre-vaccine. Then you have other people who've had other issues that have stemmed from COVID, or other issues that have come up as a consequence with their family. And estate planning is so important. And one of the things in getting to know you over the years is you're not cookie cutter. You really focus on each person, whether they're beginning their career, whether after they have families, or if they're another stage, or they have elderly parents, or things aren't buttoned up. And we want to talk a little bit about it, because this is really a crucial time. And this is not just an example that I'm giving that's really disheartening, but it's just the after effects. And I've heard stories about that with other cases that Jeff and I have talked about.
Yeah, I think that first, I am so sorry. It is hard to watch anybody that we are close with go through that. And I've found over the years that those experiences I've had in my personal life where I've lost people, it has changed and I would say improved the way that I practice as an estate planner. I started estate planning because I really love tax. I found it fascinating and just fell in love with it. And that is a lot of fun when I can sit down with a family and say, okay, great. If something happened to you right now, here's what you would pay the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And we can do this basic planning and we can reduce that. Sometimes we can even eliminate that. I love that. And if I can help them stay out of probate, all the better. But it is also things that might feel a little bit less sexy that are more practical. And during COVID, something we've started asking our clients to do is after we do their healthcare documents, we send them to them. And I ask them, go ahead and put a link on it on your phone so that if you go into the hospital, most people, they're going to have their phone with them. They can just click that link, hand it to the doctor, hand it to the admitting nurse, and they will have the contact information and the names of their healthcare agents. They'll be able to turn to somebody else that patient's unable to communicate, as so often happened during COVID. So those sorts of practical things, Marc, I feel so strongly about families having discussions about healthcare. It is amazing to meet people who can, be at the top of their field or build an empire and be unable to say to their families, I want to talk about what it would look like if I got sick, if I were in an accident. Here is the type of care I'd like. Here's the type of care I don't think I would like. And even though there is that reluctance, I really try to impress upon my families that I work with, having that conversation and making it an ongoing part of your family's dynamic, it can change things so deeply. It can create a culture where that's what we do. We share in this family. We talk about our wishes, which comes in handy when you have adult children, because you've already set that expectation. You're sharing with them. They know that they should be sharing with you. They know that their partner should be doing the same thing for them. So
Right.
I really try to coach my clients through that, give them resources, encourage them to have those conversations.
No, that's really important. And one of the things that is unusual about you, because you're with a lot of your clients every step of the way. In other words, you not only will draft the plans, but also along the way, if there's some conflicts that come up, you'll deal with that. And then you take it all the way up if they're probate or trust issues. And most firms are cookie cutter in that where they have people that do pieces of that. So when people are looking to engage an attorney, you sort of can have a full view of the situation.
Absolutely.
And I'll take the other side of the whole thing. You've been a partner in good sized law firms, and they always had a lot of infrastructure and a support team. And now you're the entrepreneur for the first time in your career. Payroll, taxes, new business, changing business. How has that changed your life, and what's it felt like as you go through this?
As I think most of your listeners will know, it is exhilarating and terrifying at moments. But it is so exciting to take the knowledge that I have and the experience that I have, and to be able to design something just the way that I want it. And to be able to leverage, technology now is such that we can really use it so that there are pieces of the process that can be automated, and it frees us up to really spend the time and the energy together personalizing and customizing the plan itself, customizing what is it that this person needs. So, I am doing a lot more scheduling with Calendly, and when somebody books an appointment with me, they don't have to go back and forth with me to determine when. They can book it, and as soon as they do, they get an email linking them to the portal I use to collect their information. And the great thing is it's not a static estate planning questionnaire like I've always used. It is a tool called Decision Vault that is a portal that we can both come back to over the course of our hopefully long engagement together. I can upload their documents securely. They can come back and share how things have changed. And so that is really such an advantage to my clients, and it's so easy to be able to implement it.
That's great. That's great. Jen, what would you say is been your biggest challenge since looking at, in other words, becoming an entrepreneur in terms of that step,
Oh, it's definitely wearing all of the hats. And I'm trying to really be conscious of what I am great at and focus my time and energy there, and figure out how best to outsource the things that aren't my strength and that other people really have that knowledge and expertise.
That's smart.
Right.
Time is so important. So it's smart that you're looking at particularly attorneys' time, right, Jeff?
Absolutely. We've been speaking with Jen Taddeo, owner of Estatewise Advisory, with Marc Z from Marc Z Legal Staffing. Jen, if someone wants to connect with you, how would they find you at Estatewise?
They can find me on my my website, which is estatewiseadvisory.com. And that has links to book time with me, or just a contact to reach out to me. My email address is Jen, and that's JENN at estatewiseadvisory.com. Or they can call me at 508-233-8393. You can also find me on all the social.
And you're going to be coming back, we hope, to Radio Entrepreneurs to tell us how the business is going. So,
Looking forward to it.
and Marc Z from Marc Z Legal Staffing, a stalwart of radio entrepreneurs. How do people find you?
Well, first of all, on our Radio Entrepreneurs site, Jeff, and all our social platforms, or Google Marc Z, M-A-R-C, and the letter Z, Marc Z Legal, M-A-R-C-Z, legal.com, and 617-338-1300.
Great. And I want to thank all our entrepreneurs for tuning in, and we will continue to have more stories to follow.